Okay, and it was recommended that you take the extra credit, that way you can get the extra 5 points, whatever it was.
To get your average
Yeah.
higher.
Well, just to pass as well. Even if it was 1 or 2 points, but I never really did it. I believed in the raw scores and my own willpower, my own drive to see how hard I can study to get a good grade. And
How long was that? That was July to December, and
it's about 5 months.
okay, so 5 months. We had a strict schedule, and the kids, we talked to the kids, but mostly Jeremiah understood. We talked to them that, you know, Daddy has to do this. So
Basically, Monday through Friday, I was able to work out with me for my schedule. So I have to work 5 days a week. I'm full time, and we can't afford part time. So
yeah.
so full time was
No, not that we didn't want part time. It's just we wanted you to graduate right away.
Well, I'm
This
talking
part-time
about
takes-
work.
Yeah.
Work's not the
Oh yeah.
academy wasn't young. I had to do full time.
Yeah.
So basically, my schedule was Monday through Friday. Academy was 8 to 5 p.m. and
6
work
p.m.
was 6 p.m.
12.
to 11 or 12.
12.
So
And repeat. You would be working. You'd go wake up 5 in the morning, go to the academy.
it was
get up.
actually 5:30 to 12:30.
Yeah, but sometimes you make it at 6.
Sometimes I make it earlier.
Anyways, you'd go to school from 6 a.m. to 5
No,
p.m.
8 to 5.
8 to 5. Oh yeah, 8
And
to
then
5.
but on since I had
Wednesday.
2 days off for full time, you get 2 days off.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Instead of having, I had my days split. I believe so. Yeah. I had 1 day off during the week, which was Wednesdays,
And Sunday.
and I strategically did that because I
So you-
strategically did that.
So the kids can see
So
you.
the kids can see me, so I won't be too burnt out throughout the week. So 2 days straight at work, and I go to the academy and work Monday, Tuesdays. Wednesday I'll be off from work, so I just go straight home from the academy to home. Thursday, Friday, I'd go to the academy, work the whole day, and then Saturday I'd be off,
But you have work.
but I'd have work.
3 to 11.
I think I had.
3 to 10. You had
Didn't I
afternoon.
work the morning?
You're 3 to 10.
No, I worked the morning. I worked 6 to 2.
No, 3 to
7.
10, and Sunday you went
7 to
6
3, I'm sorry.
Yeah. You had afternoon, night shift for Saturday, and then morning shift for Sunday.
Okay.
So we had the rest of the Sunday,
Yeah, I had the rest of Sunday off. And
but then you'd be studying.
start again
so-
Monday. And pretty much, I was working night shift at the school, so it's a lot calmer, a lot easier to do, to study. So I had my index cards, I had everything I needed to study, and I was going at it. I was studying. And
So that basically the kids didn't get to see you until Wednesday after school, after your class. And then Saturday they get to
Saturday
spend time
morning.
with you for a few hours before you go to work.
yeah,
And then Sunday, after you get out of work, they get to hang out with you for dinner.
but it was weird. I mean, it was tough, but I also enjoyed it. I don't know how. Working the job, it was. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was one of my favorite jobs. I can say it's safe to say for me the top jobs that I had was working campus security up in Dallas for the school that I went to, working as a civilian for the local police department, and this one college campus down here in the valley, and I enjoyed it very much.
Mhm. And for me, I think for me, it like Gyra in a way. I didn't even know what was going on. It was mostly Jeremiah. I had a big calendar in our room. And I remember I would always put an X or cross out the dates as it moves towards your graduation. And I remember Jeremiah would see that oh, Daddy's, getting close to graduating. And I would always tell him we need to pray for Daddy to get good grades, to do good, so he can be a police officer. So he was excited and anticipating at the same time. And life at that time was hard again because I was at home with the kids 24/7.
So the whole academy
With 3
was,
kids,
was
yeah.
basically a strict schedule of, academy work, you with the kids,
Yeah.
strict schedule and feeding them, bathing them, all that stuff.
Yep.
Not a day went
Yeah.
by where I didn't appreciate everything she did, and to all the stay-at-home moms, that's a tough job, and a very tough job, and I'm experiencing it now. But that'll be another story for another time. But it was much appreciated, her efforts.
I think for me it was the because I was so used to doing 50-50 with the kids, but for that whole 5 months I had to do everything myself because you had school and you had work, and it was.
But I think that's also benefited you too. I mean, you got to learn a lot more.
Yeah, it was
to
easier.
See what you're made of.
It was easier because Alea was still a baby.
Yeah, but babies
Like
are still,
now.
babies are still hard. Man.
I feel like it's easier because they have a routine, but once they start walking, that's when it's hard. But there was a lot of messes, a lot of napping, a lot of fighting. But I remember when was that? By Tuesday night, I remember I would always look forward because the next day, you'd at least be home and we could have dinner together. That's what I would look forward to be able to eat with you, and the kids would be able to see Daddy. Oh.
So towards the end of the academy, it was like the last couple of the last major exams that we had, and my anxiety would skyrocket just trying to make sure I pass everything, going over every single thing that I need to go over with, and just knowing that I passed them and just go over the next period, and it was a total of 5 or 6 major exams throughout the whole academy. So I think one every month, I think it was like that.
Yeah.
And we still had to take the state exam apart from the final exam of the academy
To be licensed.
to be licensed. So
Yeah, but
that
guess
was,
what happened though?
That was amazing.
Passing. He passed it, and he was
The top scorer
of his whole class. And only a few people in that school was able to get. You were one of the few people that got grades like that in the whole.
And
The
that's not
whole
to say
program.
my fellow cadets didn't work hard at it.
Yeah, I know, but you.
But I'm proud of myself that I was able to attain that score. It was amazing. I felt a big weight off my shoulders. Not knowing there's another weight to come up, but but it was when I passed that final exam, the state exam. Sorry, it was. It just more opportunities just opened up. I could see different windows opening up.
But that was another season. We had to go through.
I wish what I knew now, what I know now, what I know then.
But they always
It's still
said.
tough to get a job.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be easy, but no, it wasn't. Especially with law enforcement, it takes time. Especially with the big departments, it takes months to even get picked up. So.
It was.
And I know that because I've been the years before that.
Oh, how many
How many times
applications?
I tried.
How many PT tests?
Too
How many
PT tests,
drives
too
that
many
we've taken?
Too many exams.
Yeah.
So every time I would go to one, it's just like, let's just do it. Let's just get over with.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it got after graduating, it was December 2018, and that's when I started to, branch out looking for jobs. For these jobs, applied to a few. Some of them didn't work out.
It took until October.
No, August. Till it started picking up.
Yeah.
August.
But it was in October 2019 that you were hired. Wow, 2019.
I got picked up by a city that was about 25-30 minutes away.
But that was where you were working at.
But I was working
The college.
That city.
Yeah, was 23 minutes.
But the thing is, at the time, we were living at her parents,
Yeah,
so
like
we didn't have that much expenses. So I didn't really know the city, even though I worked there for the college.
For 2 years, yeah, you worked for 2 years.
But I didn't really know the city.
You didn't.
But after getting picked up by the city, the police officer, the position of police officer for that city, it was interesting, and I got to experience some things here and there.
We should put that up for another story.
Okay.
Or we should just.
Okay, we'll stop there then, I guess.
So he's finally.
That's all, folks.
No, hold on. So after 7 years of trying.
Finally got picked up.
No, 7 years of trying to be a police officer. So many failures. Is that failures? No, I really
Yes, it's failures. I don't know.
So many like
didn't work out.
closed doors, wrong timing.
I even tried border patrol.
Yeah, wrong timing. Hold on, 7 years? No, 8 years, because you said you had tried before we were together. So 8 years of.
I have to be 21.
Okay, 7 years of constant. Like I'm talking about constant. Consistently trying, taking tests, interviews, applications, like application packets for law enforcement is how many pages? It's a lot. Like we've been through so much deadlines, PTs, oral
Have to
interviews.
stay in shape or somewhat
Yeah.
in shape.
To be on top of everything. 7 years. Stop. 7 years of doing that, and it finally happened. You finally was able to graduate and became a police officer.
But it was for the next part.
Yeah.
This part, we'll just call it part
Dun,
one.
dun.
It just was a big curveball. And I don't
Not
know why.
curveball.
It was a curveball to me, because it's just.
God has.
The thing is that I realized as priorities changed, my perceptions changed, even during, or I can even say before the academy. But I didn't notice it. I didn't really give it too much thought at the time until now, and it's just like it's just changed. Everything's changed. My goals, my
Your perception
of the job.
You know what I read? I read a few days ago, maybe last week. I don't know. I saw it on Facebook, and there was this post about so many people chase the dream. They get so busy chasing the dream that they forget the person that plays that dream inside.
The dream inside of me.
Yeah. Does that? I was like, okay, that fits. I feel like we were so busy chasing after the dream.
I feel like it was my calling, and God wanted me
It
to do
is your calling, but
it's not the most perfect.
you remember seasons change in your life.
That's one.
And we're just in a different season right now, and
I mean, I'm still gonna pursue it. I'll leave that for another day. But I'm still pursuing that line of work. But it's not something I want to stay in forever. And there's a greater purpose.
No,
for us.
I just feel like if I could give wisdom, you want to call it, to people out there.
Well, before that, this is also for us. I mean, I don't know, we can help out other people, especially young couples, like going through what we went
the
through.
odds, staying married.
Because I mean, not
after.
like I said, we're not love experts or marriage experts or whatever. But it's safe to say we've been married for a while now, and we're still fairly young. Obviously, it's
27,
going
28.
in our late 20s, going into our 30s eventually. It's safe to say that we know a thing or two, and proud to say that. And we kind of want this to be a way we can reach other young couples, maybe other couples who are going through what we went through or going through what we're going through now, and converse, see what tips and advice we can give each other. And it could be anybody, it could be total strangers, whoever watches. We just want to do these videos to help other young couples out there. And it's kind of what we're for you.
But if I could, pertaining to our situation, if I could it could apply to everyone, that you put so much energy and thought and effort in achieving a dream of yours, that for years and years and years you tried so hard to make it happen, but little did you know, you're forgetting that things are changing, like situations, like your current life is changing, or in a different state of mind. Your life is, you're married or you have kids, or things change around you, but you get so caught up achieving that dream that sometimes reality, do you get what I'm saying? Or no? Sometimes when that dream, you get that dream, and then the reality of it is like, so this is it.
Yeah.
So my advice would be,
stay vigilant.
I know, like, I'm not vigilant.
Yeah, that just because you're getting close to picking up, receiving your goal or reaching your goal, that's not the only thing in the world.
Yeah.
There's going to be other things.
Yeah, I would say
it's not like one and done. You're done.
Pause and evaluate and ask yourself, okay, I know I've been trying to do this for years, but is this still what I want? Think about the long terms, short terms. Think about who it's gonna affect, what's gonna happen when it happens. Because I mean, it's different from when you were 21. Life was so much different. It was just the two of us. To being 28, and then it's so much has changed that yes, that was the dream, but is it still a dream of yours now, that 7-8 years later?
Is it?